Mania presents Accept the Blues, and in this episode, I have Ayushi, a very, very, very fun comic. We had a great conversation. So, without any further ado, let's get in the video.
Hello, Ayushi. Thank you so much for being in Accept the Blues.
Hi.
It means a lot. So,
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
would you like to introduce yourself for the audience? I think most of the people know you, but just for the
Uh,
format.
we don't need to focus on such lies in all of the world. It's all good. My name is Ayushi Jagad. I am a comedian and I am a writer. And I do freelance assignments for money. I will work for anybody who is willing to pay me money. And yeah, that is just short of nefarious activities. Anything other than that, I will happily do. So yeah, I'm a freelancer. I'm a comedian and a writer, and I have some nice hobbies. So yeah.
Wow. I mean, I didn't know about the freelance part. I knew about the
Uh,
writing, comedian part.
most comedians, or like a lot of comedians, are freelancers, because then that allows us to work on assignment to assignment basis during the day, and then still try comedy at night.
Oh, okay. So, how did you get into stand-up comedy? It was something you planned or just happened?
Okay, so in 2016, when you were a baby, there was this app called Vine, and it was 6-second videos. It was a very popular app at the time, and I used to love watching Vines on
Oh,
Instagram.
uh,
Yeah,
was it
VIN.
like
Remember?
I
Yeah,
don't remember, but I know like BBK Vines have also started some Vine. He has taken the name from the app or something.
exactly, because it was a
Oh,
very popular format, because it was all 6-second videos, and people
okay.
would create amazing content in just like 6-second videos. And I was like, oh, this sounds so cool, because before that I had seen a lot of vlogs and I had seen this like content world opening up, and I was such a big fan. So I thought, I don't have the dedication to start a YouTube channel because it takes a lot of work, but I can do this like small production ghar pe gharguti, 6-second videos. And I started making those, and I would make one every single day. And I made about 250 videos every, and without missing a single, like I would post every single day. And I now he is my friend and we have made videos together. But Sumedh, who runs Listen Now with me, he used to work at BuzzFeed at the time and was producing a video called Indians Try Stand Up Comedy for the First Time.
Oh,
And the only week in my life when I have gone to the gym, I ran into Sumedh there, and we talked about his BuzzFeed work. And he's like, "Oh, I've seen your wines. Would you like to try this? I'm making a video called Indians Try Stand Up." And he's like, "I can't. I don't think I'm fit for." And he's like, "Just trust me. Go with it. You have that energy. Like, you like talking. You talk in a funny way. I think you like it. You'd be good at it." And he has regretted that compliment to this day, because I took his advice and I showed up to the open mic in Mumbai. And my first open mic was on camera because of the BuzzFeed video, and I had so much fun. I don't think I've ever gotten so many laughs in my actual stand-up career, because that day I just didn't care. I just went on stage to have fun. It went really well, and or so I thought at the time. It went really well. And then I got a job at AIB, where I was like an intern, after the stand-up video came out. And Tanmay had seen, I think, something in that, like he had seen Sumit edit it, and then he thought, oh wait, we can like possibly evolve this like voice that she seems to have. But AIB also came at a time where I didn't know anything about comedy. I didn't know a lot, and I did not do a very good job. I was not good at it. I was struggling a lot because I moved cities for the job, and everything kind of just stressed me out to a point where I couldn't do my job properly. And I was asked to leave. I got fired. And yeah, full roller coaster. You ready for Bollywood film? Or
oh God. I was about to ask, oh my God, AIB, and then you said, Shit.
Yeah, and then which is why I was like, wait, let me finish this. It's not a happy ending.
Sorry.
No, but Tanmay was pretty supportive even and again it was a tough time all around, like, just I didn't belong there was the general, like, my vibe wasn't the same vibe as their vibe, and I I was asked to leave, but somehow, like, the people I had met by then encouraged me, saying, just try another open mic, try a few more, don't give up just because this one thing hasn't worked out. And so I kept doing open mics. By the time I had moved back to Pune, and I really enjoyed them. I enjoyed them so much. I enjoyed hosting, riffing on stage, and just having fun with the audience. It became such a happy thing for me. And that's how I started, building my material. And I didn't take it very seriously for a long time because I was distracted and I used to not focus on the writing part of it. I would just focus on the performance part of it. And so when I did get onto Queens of Comedy, again I was eliminated first from that show, and I was like, oh my God, maybe next time I should have written jokes. But I think the roast that I got to do in the last episode redeemed me a little bit, and still I could still, like, maybe hold my head medium high, maybe not high, but medium high, and keep doing comedy. And then I just opened for people, and I got the opportunity to perform in different cities. And yeah, that's basically the journey of from 2016 to now.
Oh, so then you took comedy as your full-time thing.
I started doing comedy. I don't think it's still fair to say that I do comedy full time. I think the amount of comedy work I do has increased exponentially because, like we were talking about earlier in the call, a lot of comedians, freelancers, are freelancers who don't necessarily only make money from stand-up. They make money from these brand scripts, which are digital marketing films that brands will do, like all these online. Say, for example, if you see a collaboration with Uruj or Aishwarya with like Netflix or something, somebody has written that. Like either a comedian, and then Uruj and Aishwarya are obviously a part of the creative process, but there are also other comedians who help to punch up jokes and write scripts and things like that in the digital space. So a lot of us do that. We get writing work from different sources and different like mediums. Some of it is for YouTube, some of it is for a specific app, some of it is for Netflix ka YouTube, some of it, like, it comes from different sources. Some of it is maybe for a live event. There are बहुत तरह की writing के assignments होते हैं in comedy, because if you see any kind of award show, or if you see, like, for example, IFA or Femina Awards and all of these, there are comedy writers who are sitting and writing what the host will say and those segments that you see in between performances and things like that. So a lot of comedy writers, that's what we do. We will be part of writing rooms, or we will do brand films. And that's how, so I think that would be, maybe it's a 50-50 now. That percentage has been getting higher. कि कितना percent comedy और कितना percent script.
So when did you start writing? मतलब stand-up तो आप कर रहे थे, but when did you start actual? Okay, writing is also something I can try on.
So while I was at AIB, obviously it was, I mean, as whatever intense or confusing it was for me then, and as maybe I wasn't the best fit, but I still got to learn a lot during that period, because here were like some amazing writers who could think a certain way, who could write a joke a certain way. And I learned how to slightly structure scripts, even with the help of Sumedh, who had studied filmmaking and had shifted to video production for BuzzFeed. So I would write with Sumedh a lot, and I almost got to know how to structure a sketch. And I got to know how to, like, sketch comedy is a type of comedy which is it's a video format comedy where it's not necessarily live, which means you can play with elements of filmmaking. So all of the AIB videos that people love are all sketches. That's called sketch comedy. Giving up honest weddings, ya fir aisa format. So I learned in that time how to write sketch comedy, or a little bit, at least try to learn. And with the help of Sumedh and I started writing sketches together. And that practice like kind of led to then, because then we would put up videos on our YouTube channel. Like we would make a little sketch on our own and then put it on our YouTube channel. And a couple of those videos got some attention, which led to then other work coming in, saying, oh, hey, we like this thing you've done. Or we saw the Because I Said No video, the Tinder video that kind of, yeah. So stuff like that happened. And work started slowly coming in, and then production houses, like we became writers with a few. Sumedh already had these contacts because Sumedh is my senior in this industry by at least a few years. He has a lot more experience. And so I also got to join that little space, because first writing with him and then writing on my own for different things.
So do you think sketch comedy is still alive? Matlab, aajkal, so it's more like roast and everything is gonna, it's taking over.
I think sketch comedy will always be alive. I think the type of sketch comedy will keep evolving. You know what I mean? Because even these days, even if everyone is still watching reels or everyone is still watching like short format content, sab 15 second mein Snapchat, like all of that, even though that's a very big part of the zeitgeist of Gen Z life and all of this, there is always going to be a need for long format content. Yeah. You know what I mean? There is always going to be space for funny things. And some stories you can't tell in 15 seconds. Yeah. Some will, like, you know, some of the creativity takes maybe longer. So there is so much space. I don't think anyone can define whether comedy can be funny only in 15 seconds or only in 4 minutes or only in a sitcom of 20-minute episodes or 40-minute like period. Like it depends. I don't think anyone can decide that. कि मतलब सिर्फ stand up funny है. Improv भी funny होता है, structural comedy, live sketch comedy, improv comedy. There are so many genres in which comedy can be enjoyed. I feel like तो जब तक वो चलेगा ना, तब तक I don't think कभी ऐसे जाएगा नहीं.
So when you started, you must be looking at some people. So किसको देख के आप इतना admire होते थे कि I want to be like, I want to do how they do or something like that?
I mean, like a lot of comedians of my batch in comedy, I was such a huge AIB fan. I was such a huge roast fan. And in the roast, I saw Aditi Mittal with blue hair and a sari. And I was like, I want to be Aditi Mittal. I was just so excited. And by then I had seen a little more stand-up from outside as well. You know, by then I had seen a little of Amy Schumer and of Ellen DeGeneres and of Carol Burnett and and names that I didn't know before I was 23, 24. Then I got it, I was like, oh shit, there's this whole world out there of these cool people doing cool things, and Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, and I was like, got excited. So, but the only live stand-up I had seen before I ever did stand-up was Abish, Kanan, Biswa, and Kenny.
Oh, so, yeah. All four of them.
Yeah. So imagine, I went from being a fangirl to 2 months later, now I'm in AIB office and they would all come and I would get so nervous to talk to them. But they are all lovely people and
that's something different. Because we recently, last time, I got a IPL host to my podcast and she said that in her office, Zakir Khan came for the promotion of Chacha Vidayake. And she's like, I don't know how to behave. First, I was like, I'm controlling myself, nahi react karna. And then I couldn't control. That is awesome. Like, suddenly, how could someone control these emotions? Because we keep on seeing you guys. And
you remember Zakir Khan's first viral video?
Yeah, Delhi Girl.
Acha, theek hai.
I remember, of course. I'm a huge Zakir Khan fan.
AIB Divas was my 4th day ever at work at AIB. Oh. So that was a fun day because I got to handle the Snapchat of AIB, the AIB Snapchat account. So I was basically doing behind the scenes and I was taking little snap stories, asking for people's opinions. And that's when I met Zakir Khan for the first time.
And you know him before only that? Before he got viral.
By then, this video hadn't come out yet, right? I hadn't familiarized myself with the scene. I didn't know a lot of comedians. So now I know what a big deal they are.
When you were
But then
2016, what was your age?
I was 23.
Oh, you're much younger then.
28 now. Yeah, I'm 28 now, and I was 23 when I did my first 23 or 24. I think I'm about to turn 29. So yeah, it was a lot of. I'm obviously focusing on the positive experiences right now, but I want to. But ये सब तो hindsight में पता चलता है ना कि कितना like मैंने गलत किया या सही किया या अच्छा किया या बुरा किया. All of that is hindsight.
And the best
But
thing is they stayed with you even after that. So that is a great.
Exactly. So I'm taking all of the lessons I learned in positivity because मेरा ना थोड़ा घमंड आ गया था मेरे को 2016 में जब मेरे को ये जॉब मिली थी ना. I was young. I was like, oh my god, I'm so funny. I'm just like so funny. इतना घमंड आ गया था मुझे unnecessarily. और जब मेरे आजू बाजू के जो comedians थे, they would make fun of me. मुझे पता भी नहीं चलता था that they're making fun of me, not like they're laughing at me, not with me. So that was a little educational experience for Simwa. But yeah, dude, मतलब थोड़ा तुम सीख के गलती करके सीखते हो तो ठीक.
So after AIB, आपने किसी के लिए काम किया or you just went freelancing?
I started freelancing because after that, Queens of Comedy happened. Queens of Comedy happened in 2017, and Queens of Comedy.
I'm so sorry. What is Queens of Comedy? I didn't know about this.
That's okay. Nobody did. Ruchi, that was the point of Queens. I'm kidding. We had a wonderful time. Queens of Comedy was a show like Comic Stan, but just that released just before Comic Stan for female comedians on TLC India, on the TV channel TLC. So I did that. It was eight female comedians competing in like a Comic Stan related type, in a Comic Stan type of construct. But this was just before Comic Stan had begun shooting. And Uruj was in it, and Nivedita Prakasam won the show. And yeah, we had a lot of fun. Surbhi Bagga, Anshita Kaul, Sadia Ali, Tanvi, Dwijal, and myself. We were the 8 women who did that show, and we had fun. Even though like my result wasn't great, the show itself, I mean, we had a lot of fun filming it. So yeah, so that happened the next year, and because of this show, it was national exposure, right? Yeah. So at least for the next year and a half, I was able to get spots, longer spots, like maybe 10 minutes of comedy instead of the regular 4 or 10 minutes, like 15 minutes of comedy. Then Aditi was the one who encouraged me for the first time to do my half an hour set. The first time I ever did half an hour was when Aditi was touring with her Netflix special, Comedians of the World. She had a 30-minute set. She's like, I can't do more material. I need to see if this 30-minute set works on its own as a special. And so I need somebody on the bill with me. Do you want to do 30 minutes? And I was like, are you mad? I can't do 30 minutes. And she's like, yes, you can. I've seen you on stage. Come on, do it. And she encouraged me. And she even put my photo next to hers on the bill and all of that. And it was a lot of encouragement. And so stuff like that kept happening. So that kind of opened up new avenues to perform and work. So yeah.
So do you think like reality shows से बहुत ज़्यादा, it's easy fame sometimes कि आपको बहुत सारी audience मिल जाती है, which regular open mic से it's a bit difficult?
I think that's a little unfair to say. Obviously, everyone's case is different, but nothing. Okay, this is it. In comedy, nothing is overnight. It looks overnight. Like Zakir, a lot of people, when they write articles about Zakir Khan, they say that his success was overnight, which could not be further from the truth. Because when I met him, like this was before his first video had come out, and we've seen the meteoric rise of like Zakir becoming this brand and this like insanely famous comedian. Zakir had been like working so hard for so many years to get to that. You know what I mean? Even like Bassi, who is a recent, like much more recent success. Bassi also has been in the Delhi comedy scene for so long. So it looks immediate, but it isn't. Like, because you didn't know about them till that show. It doesn't mean that they weren't doing this work and working on their jokes and working on themselves the whole time, which is why sometimes I personally feel like I wasted an opportunity in AIB, or in I wasted an opportunity for this Queens of Comedy TV show, because if I had taken it a little more seriously and focused a little more, then the results of my career would have been different. So I think it's a little unfair to say कि immediately मिल जाता है, because उन्होंने बहुत मेहनत की होती है पहले.
No, I was saying कि reality shows से sometimes it's easy fame कि आपको मिल जाता है. You get lot of audience if people like
But
comic
आज
stars
की
की मैं बात
audience
कर रही हूँ.
कैसी है ना, आज की audience कैसी है, अगर वो attention मिल भी गया फिर क्या? Like you still have to keep delivering comedy and jokes enough कि you will sell tickets and they will still come.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
आपको tickets sell करवानी है. You know, because
exactly, because the tickets and corporate shows, that's how comedians make money, right?
Yeah.
And to stay relevant is, I think, a lot harder than to get relevant, because like once or twice we've had some videos do super well. You know, we've had like 1 million views on our channel, and like all of that stuff has happened. But then to keep it up is a whole different. That's been my learning experience. कि मतलब एक दिन के लिए तो कोई भी फेमस हो सकता है, 4 साल के लिए फेमस कैसे होना है, ये this is the question.
I just remembered वो कौन थी जो आँख मार, प्रिया प्रकाश, वो भी तो एक दिन के लिए फेमस हो गई थी.
Exactly. Any meme like the Pari Horiya wali girl, or like, you know, any of that. So it's that's why comedians get a little like iffy about calling themselves content creators, because they're always like, we're not doing this for one viral video, we're doing this so we can build an audience, so that we can like get people to come to our shows to see our new material.
Like,
so yeah,
and yet they also upload video when it's done, like what time ho gaya, now we want to end this or something.
Exactly, they retire material by releasing.
And even I want to ask whenever a comedian puts a video, so it's not कि वो लोग हफ्ते डाल रहे, it's definitely long time ago. So they plan a lot, like कि नहीं यार ये video perfect होना चाहिए. Like other people, like as a content creator, they don't do something and they're like, no, this should be perfect. This might go viral. Shout outs की वजह से maybe.
I'll give you a statistic. Like most comedians all over the world work on, in 1 year, they work on 1 hour of material.
Okay. And then they practice.
Yeah. And then it's like a rapid, because just because I wrote 15 minutes of content today on my own doesn't mean that 15 minutes is funny. I will not find out if it's funny till I do it in front of a crowd. Then the crowd will decide कि ये joke चल रहा है कि नहीं चल रहा है, वो लोग हंसेंगे या नहीं हंसेंगे. तो जिस पे अगर हंसते हैं तो वो it becomes a little slightly solid joke. जहाँ पे नहीं हंसते उस पे we go back and be like, अच्छा ये काम can we change things around, can we replace a few lines, and we try that. Then if it's not working only, then they go like, okay, ये यहाँ रख देते हैं. If it works, then you get like a okay working joke to a good working joke to a nice place. And then you like rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat. And it's a very tedious process, because a comedian will perform, come off stage, and immediately listen to the recording.
That's what made people laugh. Yeah, it happens with me. एक दो बार मैंने भी किया, then I feel, because एक तो आपको पता है ना, Zoom shows में समझ ही नहीं आता लोग हंस रहे हैं नहीं हंस रहे हैं. Again something. So yeah, even have you done Zoom shows?
Yes, I've been performing Zoom shows. In fact, because the lockdown has been going on for a while, I've even done corporate shows on Zoom, like for Women's Day or for any special occasion. I've done corporate shows while on Zoom. Like my entire career has happened like this, in this box, in this like little thing that's going on right now for the past year and a half. And it is definitely different. Like, as someone who used to perform comedy before and on Zoom, we can't trust the jokes the same way that we can trust in a room. You know what I mean? Because everyone is too comfortable. सब घर पे बहुत chill में है, कोई ऐसे like there is no, because there are so many rules of comedy production also. You know, there should be a spotlight, the lights should be dim so that the audience doesn't feel like you're looking at them when they're laughing. अगर मैं आपको घूर के ऐसी बैठूं and like, you know, we can make eye contact, then of course you want to laugh. Yeah. But laughter is like, oh, you see what this person is saying, I agree. And it's like usually in darkness, right? Even in like specials that you watch.
Yeah.
Why is only the comedian lit? You know what I mean? All of that plays such a big part of comedy production. And on Zoom, that's not possible to simulate.
And then half of the time, like many people, the host is like, please switch on your cameras, mute. I miss.
Yeah. 20 minutes of the show is just bargaining with the audience.
Please
कि
switch on
please
the camera.
listen, please कर लो ना यार. Yes, please, come. थोड़ा सा कम.
I guess
Please, like
most
that.
of the jokes are there. Please कर लो, क्या कर रहे हो? I'm like, shit, यार.
Yeah, dude, it's such a like strenuous process.
But this
But
pandemic has just brought us in this position. We can't do anything. I hope it gets over. I think. Have you vaccinated?
I haven't found a slot yet, but I'm trying. Like
It's
I
again
given that some
something.
growth has begun, we will see. देखते हैं.
What do you say? Sorry.
I'm saying, given that work has begun now, like on set, there are rules that you have to get vaccinated. If now you want to shoot and stuff. So let me see if I can arrange. Like I'm trying. I've asked a few people. Let's see.
So you write sketches or stand-up. So what's the basic thing to write? Like I don't want just a proper format. How do people start writing sketches or stand-ups? Anything?
There are lots of, like, first of all, in this day and age, there's a lot of resources on the internet. A thing that really helps is to watch a lot of sketches. You know what I mean? Like it almost becomes, because the more you watch, the more like a loose structure starts forming in your head. Like sketch writing has a few basic rules. There is one straight character who is almost the voice of the audience.
Yeah.
So when these outrageous characters are saying something or like doing something, they're all like, "Tum pagal ho gaye ho kya?" And that's almost like the voice of the audience interacting with a crazy character. And that disagreement between two characters becomes funny. Like think about what makes you laugh. Think about all of the things that makes you laugh. Anytime anything doesn't go a certain way is funny. You know, they say tragedy is comedy only because you feel the emotion. कि hey, इसका boyfriend इसको छोड़ के चला गया. Like मतलब मेरा boyfriend, hi मेरा ex. But तेरी दोस्त क्या हंस रही है बैठ के? Because दोस्त को पता है कि तूने कितने सारे मतलब beep किए हैं in trying to keep this boy or girl in your life, a person in your life. Your friend is going to be like, kya pagal hai, dude? Kiske baare mein ro rahi hai? So, like anything that doesn't work out, situations where someone has to wait too long, situations where someone has to pay more or less. Like my point is, putting things where they don't belong will lead to hilarity.
Saying something which you won't say in regular life, but we want to.
Like a friend of mine had once said that people laugh at two things. One, you said the exact thing that they were thinking, but they didn't have the courage to say.
Whenever I watch a comedy, I'm sorry to interrupt, but whenever you watch a comedy video, it feel like कि यार मैं यही बोलना चाहती थी जो उसने बोल दिया.
Correct. So it's like almost like quiet, like as a giggle agreement of like, oh, I see what you did there. That's one type of laugh. Or you basically gave someone information that they already knew, but in a different format.
Yeah. They knew
You know
that.
what I mean?
We have noticed कि अच्छा हाँ इस बुड्ढे ने ये बुड्ढे लोग करते हैं, but we have never spoken out. And when someone speaks like अरे,
that's where relatability comes from, right?
Yeah.
That's why, like, if I tell you कि मतलब मैं 11th standard में मुझे boyfriend से मिलने जाना था, but it was already 7:30 p.m. and I was like, you immediately know that feeling of like, मम्मी आज तो या तो चप्पल से मारेगी या तो फिर चिल्लाएगी या तो कुछ ना, like whatever version. I'm saying that version is different for everybody because everyone's relationship is different.
Yeah.
But you know that fear. Like, oh no, I want to go here also, but mummy also, but here also. And that is funny, right? So anything that either does not go your own way or does not belong in somewhere in a visual space is funny.
So basically, kuch time pehle, I think 4 or 5 days before on Clubhouse, I was there with Kumar Varun and Rahul Surya have hosted a room where they were discussing something. They're
Yeah.
discussing why why Indian comedians don't. They're just discussing कि बाहर के comedians और Indian comedians में क्या difference होता है. Then most of the
Hmm.
people were like कि they don't make dark jokes. But I was again
Hmm.
like कि India में कोई accept नहीं करेगा dark jokes. But I have a feeling कि if
Yeah.
even I've seen people whenever even if you say something they're like shh ये सब बातें नहीं बोलते. I'm like, so how can you expect? But do you agree on Indian don't accept dark jokes or something like that?
I think I used to say things like that, and then I was very correctly tutored, saying, "Ayushi, don't make your incompetence their problem. Just because you are not funny enough to tell a dark joke, don't make it that." But so I don't think it's absolute. I think both those things are. I think it's difficult to get a truly dark joke over. But I think if the comedian is excellent, they can pull it off. And I am trying to work towards that. In the meanwhile, अगर नहीं हो रहा है मुझसे तो मैं करूंगी बम्बल पे जो हम करेंगे एकदम
If it works out, if it works out, then it's like, oh shit. But if it doesn't, it just makes the audience
it's
uncomfortable.
so awkward and you bomb so much and it's not kind and it's but that's what I'm saying यार हर का point of view हर एक comedian का point of view अलग होता है कि मतलब what do they want. There are lots of comedians who have they're very happy doing their own like day jobs and they go like नहीं मुझे इस joke पे ही काम करना है because एक there is this little madness in their head saying it'll be so funny if I say this dark thing. You know what I mean? But then there is the business side of comedy, which like if I want to make money from this career, then I can't say political jokes all the time. I can't say sexual jokes all the time. I can't. It's just what somebody wants from comedy. That's what I think is. कि मतलब तुम क्या चाहते हो क्या तुम्हें पैसे बनाने हैं क्या तुम्हें फेमस होना है क्या तुम्हें डार्क जोक्स लाइक व्हाट डू यू वांट फ्रॉम कॉमेडी you know what I mean and once you kind of answer that question your life becomes a lot easier कि मतलब कभी मतलब मेरे लिए I love dark jokes personally मुझे सुनने भी बहुत पसंद है लिखने में भी बहुत पसंद है but मुझे पता है कि अगर मैं अभी सिर्फ dark jokes करूंगी तो मैं करियर अपना जितना बचा कुचा थोड़ा सा छोटा सा करियर है उतना भी बचा नहीं पाऊंगी you know what I mean like I won't be able to make money from it so I've said okay one day when I find an audience I would love to try these jokes again
maybe तब तक audience भी बहुत ज़्यादा क्योंकि as people have now started watching a lot of comedy तो mostly तब तक they'll be ready to accept the dark jokes.
But that is such a like मतलब it's such a positive spin because you will see stand up also evolving कितना जल्दी evolve हो रहा है now audiences are not okay with certain types of jokes they're like बस इतना ही क्या यार फिर हम तो मतलब खुद you know what I mean so stand up का taste is also evolving in audiences and obviously paces अलग है सबके मतलब it's happening at a different place in English in Hindi but the biggest change for example is regional comedy the fact that regional comedy has completely changed the face of because comedy is about comfort right so it's almost a little मतलब डिसइनजेन्युअस कभी कभी कि अगर जो कंफर्टेबल उतने परफेक्टली नहीं है इंग्लिश में तो why should they have to do comedy only in English now I am comfortable in English unfortunately तो मैं जब लिखती हूँ मैं English like I think in English and then I translate to Hindi and like etc but ऐसे जो लोग नहीं है why should they only have to do so that's the biggest example of comedy evolving because when comedy started in India, it was primarily English comedy.
Yeah.
You know, only a certain amount of people knew about it and only a certain amount of people could watch it. But now there is such a huge, like, Gujarati mein hoti hai, Marathi mein hoti hai, South Indian, all the South Indian languages, Tamil, Malayalam, there are different scenes ke different comedians hai. So dude, that's insane, na? Because हमारा population कितना बड़ा है.
Yeah, exactly. मतलब अभी तो ऐसा हो गया कि even I sometimes I see the Marathi vloggers and all मुझे लगता है कि यार इनके पास तो वो कम होगी ना but suddenly I feel like नहीं यार उनके पास भी audience है बहुत बड़ा है अपना situation.
Because India में कितने तरह के लोग हैं dude?
Yeah, of course. India is again.
Like, I always think of India as like 26 little countries.
Possible.
Because think about it, you know, what defines a country one from the other is culture, language, food.
Yeah.
हमारे हर स्टेट का कल्चर, लैंग्वेज, फूड अलग है. So,
And
you know,
still,
it's very rich. It is very rich in the culture. So, of course, there should be space for that many scenes of comedy,
like,
and it will evolve.
so whenever you write jokes or whenever you work on scripts or skits, तो आपके साथ ऐसा होता है ना, do you sit and literally आपके दिमाग में आता है कि आप बैठ रहे हो लिखने के लिए, or some random thoughts come to your mind and then you work on that?
So, this is again like these are very subjective questions. I don't think any comedian would be able to accurately like generalize कि मतलब comedians ऐसे लिखते हैं. So it's all about finding a process that works for you. And what works for me is अगर मैं ऐसे एकदम strict होके बैठ के like लिखूं, I can't work like that. I don't usually think of jokes like that. But if I find a new premise or like I'll find a new premise in the shower. Like I'll think, oh shit, this is so funny.
This happened with
Or
me
like-
also. I was in the shower and I get sometimes. Yeah, this happens.
Because you get such like weird, because when I feel like when you're in the shower, you're एकदम off, मतलब तुम अपने comfort zone में होते हो, you're not on guard. So your
Yeah.
brain doesn't like have something specific to think about. You know what I mean? You're almost just going through the motions. So तुम्हें इसलिए इतने ऐसे अनोखे thoughts आते हैं shower में. And something like if I see something happen and I think, oh my God, this is so funny, then I know what the premise is, and usually I'll just plan in my head. I'll be like, this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end. Like ऐसे थोड़ी सी story बन जाती है मेरे दिमाग में of like, this is where the joke can begin, this can be the middle punchline, and this is what is funny. And then it's about like once you have that narrative, then it's about putting the words in the right place. That's how I write.
It's basically a plate क्या process है, इसको ऐसे बनाना है, इसको ऐसे बनाना है, and then it all together. So जैसे आपने बोला कि that it takes a lot of time for a comedian कि एक साल में they write
Again,
one
depends
hour.
on how good the comedian is. I'm speaking for myself. It takes me a lot of time. So,
No, I'm just saying कि like they keep on trying their material,
Yeah.
and जब तक उनका video आता है और special आता है, तब तक वो बहुत tight हो
Yeah.
चुका होता है, that we know
exactly.
they knew कि इस पे हंसी आएगी, इस पे नहीं आएगी. So it's again something different, or maybe they are in habit of doing that.
But that's what I'm saying. So the duration of time gets shorter and shorter and shorter. Does that help? Like, so I remember the first time. Okay, so the first time I ever wrote a sketch was while I was still at AIB office, and me and Sumedh were writing a sketch together, and it took us almost 6 to 8 weeks of writing to find one script. And then another creator had made something similar. So मतलब automatically हमारा sketch ठप, because ये idea और कोई तो already कर चुका था और release कर चुका था. And so we were like so sad, and I almost got like so sensitive and emotional in office, and Rohan had asked me what happened. And I said, oh my God, we worked so hard on this. It took so long to write this. I'm so upset right now. And he's like, okay, how long have you been working on it? And I said, oh, it's been 9 weeks, 10 weeks. And he was like, oh, welcome to comedy. That's what he said to me. He's like, welcome to, because this is it, right? It doesn't mean like a similar thought कितने लोगों को आ सकते हैं. Like, you know what I mean? There's not that many things in the world. So similar premises कभी-कभी आ जाते हैं comedians को. And he said, but what you can hope for is the duration of start to finish. Like right now, it's taking you 10 weeks to write a sketch.
Yeah.
One day it'll take you 3 weeks. Then it'll take you a week. Then it'll take you 2 days. Sometimes 2 घंटे में तुम sketch लिख पाओगे. You know what I mean? So that it's almost like practice. तुम music जैसे सीखते हो ना, जैसे तुम्हारा rehearsal time come like how much time it takes to pick up a new song or like pick up something new. That window of time reduces.
Does sitcom help you in writing any of the things कि आपको realize होता है कि shit?
It depends on what kind of writing the specific subjective comedian enjoys. मुझे पसंद है, तो मैं देखती हूँ तो मुझे अच्छा लगता है. Some other comedians sometimes say that if I watch a lot of sitcoms, my brain gets wired to think only like that. Which means अगर like my version of a joke मुझे अगर ऐसे करना होता है तो वो pathway block हो जाता है. You know what I mean? Then I start thinking. So there's a lot of school of thoughts, which is why I keep repeating. It depends on तुम क्या हो. Like तुम्हें कैसे, because the whole process is just ये इतना सब्जेक्टिव इंडस्ट्री है. Everyone just does things that help them arrive at a decision of मुझे ऐसे लिखना आता. It's just about finding your road.
It's like जब people say कि you have to watch a lot of stand up before doing stand up, but
Yeah.
if it happens कि अगर मैंने बहुत सारे stand up देख लिया, I unintentionally try to replicate it कि नहीं यार उनकी आवाज आ जाएगी मेरे अंदर.
Exactly.
maybe
So
the way they speak.
yeah. So but my point is इसीलिए तो practice भी important है. Like इसीलिए तो मतलब तुम सिर्फ रिसर्च पे नहीं अटके हो ना, तुम खुद का भी लिख रहे हो तुम. और जैसे तुम ज्यादा स्टैंड अप करते हो, in that, like in stand-up comedy, there is a concept of like there are some comedians who have a very distinct voice. They have a very distinct way of writing. कि अगर तुम एक joke सुनते हो ना तो तुम्हें लगता है कि 100% इसका joke है.
I've heard this word a lot. What is voice? I don't know. It's definitely the normal voice.
Say for example you watch Biswa's comedy special, and then you watch Kanan's comedy special.
Yeah.
Now, for example, now you know कि not whole but कुछ तुम्हें jokes याद है दोनों में से, है ना? Now imagine कि इसका transcript है show का लिखे हुए, ये joke ऐसे लिखे हुए हैं exact word to word. हाँ. Now अगर कनन बिस्वा के jokes करे और बिस्वा कनन के jokes करे, तुम्हें अच्छा लगेगा?
नहीं.
That's voice.
Okay. You know vibe होती है उनकी अपनी.
Sorry?
Vibe होती है उनकी अपनी.
Vibe होती है, like that's what I'm saying. A certain type of writing. It's a very complex matter that even I don't understand entirely. So maybe that's why I'm not able to explain it very well. But it's so finding your own, like Dave Chappelle very clearly has his own style. Bill Burr very clearly has his own style. Hannah Gadsby very clearly has her own style. Like through years and years of repetition and of practice and of doing stand-up, they have settled into certain little patterns of the way they talk, the way they write.
Even I think Shrija in Indian industry, I feel like the way she talks is like,
isn't it so unique?
It's so
that's a great example. Ki matlab Shrija is such a unique voice. It's such a unique way of approaching. Like उसने वो कॉमिक्सान पे क्या जोक किया था कि यार मुझे कोई छेड़ता ही नहीं.
Sweaty armpits वाला भी यार.
हाँ, exactly. It's such a, like usually लड़कियां ऐसे नहीं बात करती. One, ऐसे नहीं सोचती. Two, और अगर सोचती है और बात भी करती है तो ऐसे publicly नहीं बोलती है. Three. So it's so many layers of unique that Shrija. So Shrija is somebody who I don't think, if you ask her, I don't think she'll very confidently tell you that she has found her voice. But I think she's on her way there. Like, you know, Shrija found the little corner of comedy that she will build a little sooner than other comedians.
She's a good friend as well ना, तो आपको ज़्यादा पता होगा. Actually,
before, do you know who I was? She literally messaged me on Instagram, like before I came, like right now, because मैंने कल picture डाला था. I lost some weight recently.
Yeah,
and
I heard that story.
I took a mirror selfie like yesterday, and she's like, "ये क्या है, Ayushi? ये क्या है?" ऐसे she messaged me. She's like, "कर कुछ ऐसे sexy सी photo डाल दे." And I was like, "हाँ डालूंगी मैं sexy सी photo." So I literally was just talking to her, and Shrija is one of the greatest. Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but let me quickly say that the female comedians, that little group, that has become throughout the years, best, very supportive.
Yeah, exactly. And what I like is because अब किसी भी normal लड़की से बात करोगे ना, so they hate, you know, even लोग को गाली देने में भी problem होती है कि shit no लड़कियां हैं हम गाली नहीं देते. And when I see comedians, I feel so relatable कि यार नहीं मैं अकेली नहीं हूँ यहाँ पे, लोग मुझे कितना offended feel करा देते when I abuse. I feel like we also have our mind thoughts, मेरे मुंह से भी निकल जाती है यार, आप लोग इस चीज को इतना क्यों बना देते हैं?
I think comedy is such a wonderful place for the weird girls.
Yeah, exactly.
It's such a nice place of like, my brain's broken, come.
Like we have so many things. एक तो, you know, there are things, most of the things girls have said कि इस पे चुप रहो, इसके बारे में तो बात नहीं करनी. ये क्यों नहीं करनी? पूरी दुनिया स्टीव के बारे में बात कर रही है, हम ना करेंगे क्या?
इतने layers होते हैं इसमें कि मतलब you have first education के बारे में, फिर decisions के बारे में, फिर freedom के बारे में, फिर मर्यादा, lady, like इतने सारे topics, like there's so much. that I'm doing wrong. If you ask my family. But ठीक है
How do your
यार,
families react to your jokes? Like, uh,
to that I can only say, dude, I've been this person for a while. ये मुफ्फट जो है ना शब्द, ये मुफ्फट वाला शब्द मैंने बहुत सुना है अपनी लाइफ में. In Marathi, I've heard this shabd, I've heard this word in English, in Gujarati, in Hindi. I've been called different versions of muffat ever since I was young. कि मतलब ये बहुत बोलती है, बहुत बकवास करती है. She's too much. She's
but you made a
overconfident.
career out of that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why it's so cool. No, that is why it's so cool. And see, the thing is, because Ruchi, genuinely, I don't have a successful career yet.
Yeah.
Like I hope to have one day, but I don't have, like, it's not very, I don't make that much money yet. But at least now I do make some money from it. You know what I mean? Like that's so exciting for me. Ki,
you don't make a lot of, but you have like stability in everything.
but at least a career, like, because I know that there are so many newer comedians who, like, I take so many things for granted. The fact that I get to perform at Habitat with amazing comedians, like, मेरे लिए कभी-कभी मैं भूल जाती हूँ कि कितने सारे लोग would love that opportunity also. So it becomes like, oh wow, I want to be proud of myself for at least being this, if not better, but I at least want to give myself credit for getting even here, even if the middle is okay, like, because that means there is more space on top and like improvement will happen over the years. But yeah, dude, it's so fun. It's my friends now think it's cool. Before they were like, kya kar rahi hai, Ayushi pagal ho gayi hai. Because before comedy, I used to be a stylist. That's what I studied a little. I studied fashion communication, and I used to work on sets. I used to do costume design for like small films and things like that. And I used to work on brand films. Unke costumes karti thi main. That was my job before comedy, and I had settled in it because I had done that for 8 years. I started working at 16. From 16 to 24, that's what I did. And
at an age of 16.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
I was Gujarati, right, Ruchi? I was Gujarati. So I was like, ये लोग मेरे को डेफो मंडप में बिठाएंगे और मुझसे नहीं होगा, dude. मुझसे ये नहीं होगा. तो मेरा प्लान था, बिकॉज तब मैंने एल मैगजीन में पढ़ा था कि नीता लुल्ला वगैरह, तब मुझे डिजाइनर बनना था पहले, बिफोर आई डिडंट नो अ लॉट. Neeta Lulla and Ritu Kumar, all of these women took 25 years to build their businesses. Like it took them so much time to build a sustainable, successful business. And so I was like, acha, not 25 years, but 8 saal. I made a deal with my parents saying, leave me alone till I'm 24 and then we will see. So then my internal plan was like, I've bought time till 24. Then when they tell me I should shadi kar le, I will scoot. I'll be like, मैं भाग रही हूँ, bye. तब तक थोड़े पैसे भी बन गए होंगे. Exactly. So मेरा तो full plan था. I was like, I'm gone, bitches. Like it was going to be my whole this thing. But then my life also changed a lot because my mother got sick when I was 18 years old. Then she passed away. Then like my life changed entirely. And then my father, to his credit, he like suddenly there was a mahal of like, life is short, Ayushi, tumhe jo karna hai karo. Because my mom wanted to do so many cool things that she didn't get the opportunity to do because she was like, बच्चे एक बार settle हो जाएंगे, फिर हम सब करेंगे. You know what I mean? Like that was the vibe. But then like when something like this happens, it gives you perspective, you know. And my dad was like, Ayushi, if you want to do this, do it. Live your life. As long as you are safe, you are healthy and you are happy, I don't care. And I was like, yes, father, this is amazing. And they got used to my foul mouth. They got used to the alcohol, drinking. They got used to all of the, and in fact, I even came out to my father. He knows that I'm bisexual. I have done queer material in front of him. And to his credit, he is a wonderful, wonderful man who is just a little too bigger fan of our Prime Minister. Like in sab koi perfect news.
Yeah. Of course.
So, yeah.
That's cool. Like, okay. So with that, you also started your own podcast. आपने वो भी start किया था.
I did. I had started it last year, but then again lockdown happened. So my podcast ka costing, I used to pay about 20,000 to host the podcast, and somebody would edit it for me because I was shit at editing. They would mix the sound. mix the audio, and my podcast was on Apple and Spotify and all of that together. And then the lockdown happened, and we all lost a lot of work because our entire industry overnight went thup. And money became a problem, so I had to put it on hold. I hope to resume it because last year, say, if I'm being completely honest, that's what I mean. See, it's not a very successful career, but it is a career. I make enough to live my life and to help out whenever I can, but it's still not great. My brother is more responsible with money than I am.
Like,
so yeah.
Oh, your brother is of same age?
My brother is younger, which is why it's more embarrassing that he's more responsible with money.
Okay. I don't know why you keep on saying this, but you're famous. I mean, most people know you.
That's what you think. Yeah. Like, you know what? I always say this. कि अगर मैं famous होती ना, तो my bank account would reflect it.
I don't know what to say.
नहीं, but that's what, नहीं, but ये गलत बात थोड़ी है रुचि. I hope कि एक दिन वो actually मुझे मिले. I hope हम सब उसी के लिए तो काम कर रहे हैं. ये सब ड्रामा, ये सब क्लब हाउस इसी के लिए तो कर रही हूँ मैं. ये रील बनाओ, कंटेंट डालो, जोक्स बनाओ, इसीलिए तो चल रहा है कि होपफुली कुछ ना कुछ एक दिन चल जाए और मिल जाए.
जब क्लब हाउस स्टार्ट हुआ, जब क्लब हाउस में वायरल हो गया, सबके सब क्लब हाउस में बैठे हुए. And then I realized कि यार लोग बोल रहे टाइम वेस्ट है, बट काम करने वाले अपना फायदा निकाल रहे उससे कि होस्टिंग रूम कि चलो आज
क्लब हाउस की वजह से I got to do an open mic in America. वहां पे जो अमेरिकन कॉमेडी लाउंज है उनका ओपन माइक चल रहा था. And I walked into an all-female lineup, and they were like, "Hey, this is a safe space for any comedian who wants to try for the first time or has done jokes before." And I was like, "Yes, please, I want. Please, let me." And I did my on Clubhouse.
Oh.
3 days ago it happened, just now. And all of those comedians follow me now on Instagram. And I was like, this is amazing because this is the thing, na, there is such a huge distance between कि मतलब कितना भी बोल लो कि comedy Indian है, obviously desi है, but like initial introduction of comedy was all those American comedians, no?
Yeah.
So we want to be in some way closer to that scene. So the fact that because a lot of Indian comedians have done US tours, हमारी तो ऐसे किस्मत में अभी तक हुआ नहीं है, but even just to do an open mic, it's so cool that I get to talk to all of these people and that access changes, and they treat you as a comedian, and that blew my mind. They spoke to me not as an Indian girl, not as a girl, not as a, they're like, "Oh, this joke is like this," and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so cool." I was just like sitting there and fangirling, and I was like, "ये तो मुझे बहुत मजा आया आज तो बहुत." और मेरा set भी अच्छा गया. So I'm like,
talking about followers, आपको बहुत सारे लोग follow करते हैं, and that too, all the comedians I guess follow you because I've checked that thing. That you can follow it.
But उनके साथ अगर काम किया हो और उनको अगर, see, that's what I'm saying ना, कि that for me is a little again point of pride. कि sometimes I don't realize कि मतलब, see, if you tell me, "Oh, Ayushi, you're famous," I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not," and there is proof that I'm not. But if you say something, if like, I won't deny that I'm happy about that. I won't deny that I've worked before with a lot of comedians. A lot, like the most famous people that you know or you love, somehow, somewhere over the last 5 years, I've either met them, interacted with them, collaborated with them, worked under them or for them, or like whatever, worked with them, and that's very cool to me, right? Which is why, by the way, every time I get hate from like trolls or whatever, right, saying, "Oh, female comedians funny नहीं होती है, ये वो," मेरा comeback मैंने realize किया है कि एक comeback मैंने I've come up with one कि मतलब जो comedians, the people that you love now, David Alls, the people that you love more than anything else, they know my name, they don't know yours.
Wow.
They're like, "वो जाकिर भाई जैसा कॉमेडी करो ना, उपमन्यु अरे कोशिश कर रहे हैं dude, नहीं हो रहा, हम उतने talented होते तो हो जाता, क्या बात कर रहा है dude."
बहुत सारे लोग को even people say कि यार ये comedians pregnancy और periods पे अटकी रह जाती है, बोले अरे यार
एंड हम एक सेकंड, उनके पास है क्या एयरपोर्ट और डिक जोक्स के आगे? मतलब अगर वो अपने लाइफ पे, अरे ये अब व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, इफ दे टॉक अबाउट, they'll talk about engineering because
Yeah,
engineering happens to them. And I'm like, oh, so it's, you are allowed to talk about what happens to you.
yeah.
I am not allowed to talk about what happens to me.
That's the
Aditi
most
had a
common thing.
lovely, yeah, Aditi has a lovely response. She says in the Melbourne Comedy Fest wala set, when she was in Melbourne to perform, in that set, she's like, no, I think you get jealous that I get money to talk about those things. Because I mean, if you got money to talk about bras, boobs, and periods, you would do it in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? You're just jealous that I get to do it and you don't.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's again something which I've heard, like मैंने बहुत सारे podcasts में सुना है that people ask them like क्यों, because that is relatable for us कि हम तो relate कर पा रहे हैं ना कि यार shit this happens, that stain part हाँ मेरे साथ भी हुआ है, of course that has happened
Dude,
to all of us.
last year there was this I think there was this YouTuber from, I don't know, either from Madhya Pradesh or Uttar Pradesh, I'm not entirely sure. I just know his first name, Laksh something. He had made a video called why Indian female comedians are cringe and unfunny. And yours truly has gotten a mention in that video. And my thing was like, dude, Kusha same video mein, मैं भी same video में. तेको ऐसे लगता है कि Kusha और मैं same level. I'm like, अरे तारीफ कर दी तुमने तो thank you. और ऐसे मैंने कमेंट डाला उसके वीडियो के नीचे.
Okay, yeah, पता नहीं मैंने वीडियो नहीं देखा, but I've heard lot of.
That's what I'm saying. हमें गाली पे गाली दिया है उस वीडियो में कि ये सिर्फ गाली गलौज करती हैं सेक्स के बारे में. एंड माय दैट संस्कारी वाला, द संस्कारी भड़वा वाला बिट इज इन दैट. देखा कितना ऐसे कौन बोलता है, ऐसे सब किया उस वीडियो में. एंड आई एम लाइक, यार अगर तुम्हें लगता है कि कुशा और मैं सेम लेवल पे है तो तुमने मेरी तारीफ की है, और उसके लिए मैं आपको बहुत बड़ा थैंक यू बोलना चाहूंगी. That's all.
No. Wow, this is something you're proud of again.
What to do, dude? There is no, because see, देखो, and I'm not going to lie, Ruchi, it gets to us.
Yeah.
Like I can't talk about everybody, but it gets to me. मैं तो रो देती हूँ. मैं तो I'm like, मेरे को गुस्सा भी आता है. I'm like, तुम्हें लाइफ में काम धंधे क्यों नहीं है तुम्हारे पास, ये वो. But अब कितना ही like कितना ही रोएंगे हम. Like it's just permanent. तो like ठीक ही है, अब क्या ही करेंगे.
I think ये starting में होता है when you get on that stage. But तब भी तो लोग तो रहते हैं trolls के लिए, तो still आप कितना भी अच्छा कर लो, there will be 5 people will be offended.
You can't please everyone.
Like, and someone said कि अगर आप 70% people को हंसा रहे हो तो 30% offend भी होने ही वाले हैं. They know it, they already know.
It's मतलब बहुत volatile scene है, risky है थोड़ा जितना, लेकिन it's, if there is high risk, there is also high reward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? अगर चल जाता है, अगर काम हो जाता है तो oh wow, you know, you get to do tour and this and that, and ठीक है, देखते हैं. Like we will see. This is because I like talking to you like this because in my head almost I wish I had like there is no proof from the time I started comedy. I don't know what I was thinking then. But say 2 years from now or 3 years from now, if I look back at this particular podcast of ours and I get to compare and I'll be like, oh, see, Ayushi, this is what Ayushi was feeling in 2021 on 11th of June, you know, in the evening at 5 o'clock. Like, this is where she was at. And I get to like see, ki, matlab, have I been able to stay true to what I wanted, or have I been able to change my mind or develop further or like learn new things? So I think that's why like I've done a couple of these podcasts. You know, young creators will get in touch with me sometimes and be like, hey, will you come talk to us?
Just like
and
me.
Yeah, no, exactly. And so the thing is, the intention unka ki aap aake kuch sikha dijiye, and I'm like, and my response to that is like, घंटा मुझे कुछ आता है, मैं जब figure out करूंगी तब तुम्हें बोलूंगी ना. Like उतना तो ठीक ही है. But I also realized कि मतलब comedy can be scary for someone who's never done it before. It can be scary to approach certain people. It can be scary to approach producers.
Exactly. ये बहुत ज़्यादा मैंने सुना है कि we literally get scared कि आप कैसे पूछे, कैसे बात करें, because when I thought of like when I think of write, because I too write sketches, but फिर मुझे समझ नहीं आता कि whom to should I approach to, क्या बोलूँ, किसको बताऊँ, and again, even
That's what I'm saying, which is why earlier in the call we were again before we started recording, I was saying never underestimate the power of a well-written email. You know what I mean? If you send these scripts to someone, अगर तुम 100 comedian को भेजते हो, 100 में से एक तो पढ़े, कोई ना कोई तो like will read it and will be able to get back to you.
Yeah.
Somebody or the other, you never know till you take the chance.
That's true. I think email की power को मैंने बहुत underestimate कर दिया है because I feel
हाँ, dude, because तुम सोचो ना, LinkedIn पे भी यही लोग कहते हैं कि dude, सबका like Pepsi के CEO का email is public knowledge.
yeah.
You know, it's on their business cards and their LinkedIn profiles. You are allowed to get in touch with anybody, and as long as you have a clear thought of like, this is what I want, I am looking like, you know, I'm looking for either your expertise, your time, or your money. Like whatever. My point is either I'm trying to sell you something or I'm trying to ask you to come, or like, you know what I mean? There are so many levels to information exchange these days. So kyun nahi, dude? Or worst comes to worst, they don't read it. No, you're left on red, or like they don't even get to see the email. But then that's where you're exactly at, even without sending the email. No?
Yeah.
Agar kaam kar gaya to.
But if they read, then again something is gonna happen. Something they might approach you, or maybe something like that.
Yeah. So I realized through these talks I could do that. I can make comedy sound a little less scary, and be like, हाँ है, थोड़ा toxic culture है. कभी-कभी बहुत हो जाता है. हमने भी, I've been on both sides of it. I've been on the receiving end of it, and I've been on the perpetrator end of it. मैंने भी ऐसे dumb चीजें बोल दी हैं ऐसे chill में लोगों को. But my point is, कितना avoid करोगे तुम? Life को तो avoid कर सकते.
But I think comedians used to हो चुके हैं इस चीज के. They're like, हाँ यार अब फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Because obviously उनको अगर एक बुरा comment आता, then there's definitely 20 replies to that comment की ऐसा नहीं है.
Everything is like, at this point, I like to, I mean, at least for me, I think of it like for my Instagram, everything is either it's either content or it's praise.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Either an agreement or it's just content.
Yeah.
Like, मतलब मुझे किसी ने, so I try to think of it like that. Try to stay positive. And today you have caught me on a happy day. Like you have caught me today on a happy day. कि मतलब मैंने आपको बोला कि मुझे वो assignment मिला था लिखने के लिए, तो थोड़े पैसे आएंगे उस वहाँ से. So I'm a little settled. I'm a little happy. No, it's the truth of the freelancer life. You know, me and a lot of other writers oftentimes wait weeks for payments to clear, and they're always late. This is another reality of freelance life. There is no stability in our work, and so you have caught me on a good day. Like my answers would have been a little different if I was a little more sad today, but today I'm feeling optimistic. So I'm like, हाँ dude, कोशिश कर लेते हैं, क्या ही होगा.
You're gonna get something out of it.
Oh man, yeah, something or the other. You know, it's, you know, when your parents tell you, in Gujarati there's a saying कि जे थयो है सारा माटे. जो होता है वो अच्छे के लिए होता है.
Yeah, I truly agree on that. I don't know why. मेरे साथ हुआ है. The in life.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. कि मतलब we never know, dude. अभी तो मतलब ठीक है, all right. You can either trust you can either agree, disagree, or indifference. है ना? 3 options है तुम्हारे पास कि जो होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है. You can be like, हाँ, I believe in this. You can be like, क्या बकवास है. Or you can be like, whatever, I don't care. I'm going to do my thing.
क्योंकि पता है, because it's been बहुत ज़्यादा time भी नहीं हुआ, but it's been like not even 8-9 months I've started YouTube. और फिर एक time पे, you know, suddenly there's a growth of subscribers and suddenly वो रुक गया उस जगह पे. Then you feel like
stagnation. हाँ.
अब क्या ये क्या हो गया? अब क्या करें?
Good, Ruchi, to stay motivated is such a task for creators, which is why every time, even like comedians will oftentimes make fun of creators.
Yeah.
Right? बहुत मजाक उड़ाते हैं उनका कि यार क्या मेकअप लगा के कर लिया, एक लाइट बदल दिया, and somehow, and I'm like, you don't understand the level of effort it is taking for all of these people to constantly create, to constantly this thing, because the most talented person, the most like क्या, you know, सब resources है, सब best है, the most talented person, if that person doesn't work or doesn't try, the person who might not be as talented but who wants to try harder than you will win at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Biswa का बीच में एक post viral हुआ था, बहुत famously viral हुआ था, where someone had asked him कि is stand-up comedy about talent? How much is talent and how much is like this thing? And of course we know that there are some people who are naturally funny, but honestly 97% of comedy is skill. तुम कितना मेहनत कर रहे हो, तुम कितना जाके diligently लिख रहे हो, तुम कितना perform कर रहे हो. Like, and I say this knowing this advice that I don't work as hard as I should. I don't write every single day. I don't change my jokes every single, like often. I get satisfied with like okay jokes or like whatever. And it's not easy to stay motivated. It's not easy. So anybody who manages to create content every week and put it out and reach that 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, they're still doing better than you, sir. लॉकडाउन में जब हम रो रहे थे पैसों के लिए, एटलीस्ट उनके पास थोड़े तो पैसे आ रहे थे ना लाइफ में.
पैसों तक की बात पहुंच ही नहीं पाई हूँ मैं अभी तक, but yeah, maybe you said something. I felt
you have some time. You are young, but Ruchi, I can't even completely absolve you of that because there are people your age who are making content, who are making money, who are making, like, the world has changed so much. So that's it. Again, that earlier argument of like content career will be what you make of it. And again, I don't want to sound delusional when I say this. I know that there are lots of factors. Like, I know that I always try to take the viewpoint that I didn't work hard enough, but I know that there was some factors that were affecting my life. Just like घर पे, like I had to live in Pune for a while. I had to, like, family stuff. I had to go back, and I know all of this. But now I know all of this. But I can't, like, you can't let that be your excuse. But you also can't let, you also can't let yourself be punished constantly for it, right? So it's all, everything is it's a balance. It's, dude, the adults were right. इतना depressing होता है ना जब तुम realize करते हो कि तुम्हारे माँ बाप जो तुम्हें lessons सिखा रहे हैं इतने साल, वो सब सच है. इतना दर्द होता है ना. Oh my God, when your parents are right, it sucks.
मतलब कभी कभी होता है कि सपोज कंटेंट क्रिएशन में से मेरे साथ जनरली होता है कि आई कांट इवन शेयर माय प्रॉब्लम टू देम कि यार मैं क्या बोलूं कि मेरे फॉलोअर्स नहीं बढ़ रहे, कि मेरे पास आइडियाज ही नहीं आ रहे. पहले दो बहुत आइडियाज थे,
कभी कभी लाइक earlier in my, like, maybe a couple of years ago, I got 15,000 for a comedy show, and 15,000 was for 25 minute का set करना था मुझे, and I got 20 and 15,000. That's not a lot of money for corporate. That's very little money because a lot of senior comedians will make a little more, but मेरे लिए 15,000 very big deal. ठीक है. I told my dad कि dad मेरे को show करने जाना है. It was like a weekend or something, and we had to go for dinner. 7 बजे मेरा show था, and we had to go for dinner as a family after that. So I was like, let me just finish the show. Either you all leave and I will join you, or like wait, you know. And dad is like, तेरा कब show खत्म होगा, this that. And I'm like, okay, then you decide. मैं अंदर जा रही हूँ अभी तो show करना है, फिर बाद में देखेंगे. And he's like, cool. So I go in, okay, and तब मेरे पास joint account था dad के साथ. So you sometimes the money will get credited on the same day before the performance, you know. So he got a message saying 15,000 deposited. All right, कि मतलब मेरे phone पे message आया और उनके phone पे भी message आया. Then I went inside, and within 25 minutes the whole show was over. I did my Zoom thing. I did the little, like, it was last year, and I did the little Zoom thing, and that 15,000 got credited in my account for the show. And I went inside, I finished the show, I come out, and dad is like, done. And I was like, no, I told you it's only a 20-minute set, it's not that long, 20-25 minutes mein ho jayega. And he was like, did you get 15,000 rupees for 20,000? And this blew my father's mind, because my father is like, who is this stupid person who has agreed to give a dumb comedian money? My father is like, ये आजकल का जो process है मुझे समझ में नहीं है. And I'm like, एक second, this is unfair. You pay, you know, you used to pay 20 rupees, 30 rupees for a film ticket when you were young. And that film ticket would then pay the producers. The producers were making that much money. And my dad would say like, हाँ यार, film है आयुषी, तुम्हारी से बकवास नहीं है. And I'm like, Dad, please. So it's still bizarre. No, it's that thing that I was relating to you कि तुम अपने parents को जाके समझा भी लो तो कैसे समझाओगे? My dad still doesn't understand कि why ये 1 लाख का writing project ऐसे होता भी है.
हाँ.
And my dad's like, कौन दे रहा है ये, कौन है ये लोग जो पागलों की तरह पैसे दे रहे हैं.
They don't understand ना कि क्या बताओ. वही मैं कंफ्यूज जाती हूँ ना कि सपोज इफ आई एम अपसेट कि यार मंडे को मैं क्या वीडियो बनाऊँ, मेरे पास आइडिया नहीं है. एंड सडनली मम्मी मेरे पास आएगी, क्या हुआ. हम लाइक क्या बोलूँ मैं आपको. आप क्या समझोगे इस चीज से.
मम्मी देखो मेरा जो YouTube चैनल है ना उसके लिए मेरे पास आइडिया नहीं है अभी. मम्मी प्लीज डिस्टर्ब मत करो आप मुझे.
Guys, for this video, if you like the video, please give a fine thumbs up. Also let me know in the comments what else you wanna see on this channel. Till then, subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon, and have a great life.